It's day 29 of designing an Animal Crossing island in just 30 days using only DIYs. The last day is almost upon us, and we spent yesterday preparing for just that. We gathered supplies, made some money, and touched up the island. And now today we start our final big project.
It's the 30-day DIY island.
It took forever, but I'm finally able to decorate an entire house. This is basically all the work we've done since starting, and I wanted to save the house for last because I wanted to make sure the entire island had enough stuff on it. That means we're probably gonna have to make some concessions with the house. You're probably wondering, where does all of this glorious furniture that I currently have leave us with the happy home people? Well, in the last letter that they wrote me, despite having 0 points, I'm currently rank B. Honestly, I'm taking that as B for brutal. Anyway, a lot of what we do here is going to depend on the DIYs we've currently unlocked, and that will just kind of help decide what types of rooms we want to create for the house. I'm going to start by gathering up some regular wood because that is the one resource I am pretty low on. Thankfully, there are a couple spots on the island that are just littered with trees that I'm probably going to move around a bit, but ultimately, if you see a spot like this, safe to assume it's not going to change too much between now and end of day tomorrow. I'll probably need to pick some more trees to chop up today as well, but hopefully this will get us going at least. And then I think we should also, while we're out, go ahead and pick up some customization kits as well. I figure I should also run around before locking myself indoors all day and see if there's maybe a new DIY on the beach, maybe someone's crafting something new. We could still use some variety when it comes to this build we're doing. It is, however, Sunday, so no one's going to actually be crafting today, but we do have a beach DIY. And it's the brown herringbone wall, which is exactly what I want to see. More wallpapers and floors. I could definitely use the variety. I don't think I'll be locking myself indoors for too long because I have 27 regular wood, but let's just grab what we can. The goal right now is to take this one room at a time, and I think the first room we need to look at is perhaps building a workshop of sorts. Hopefully I can find enough things to put in said workshop. Obviously the first and foremost needs to be a mini DIY workbench. I'll need to run through and just try to find a bunch of items that could fit this theme. I wish I could place fences indoors because some of these might actually look kind of cool, but we are limited in that way. And look at that, I've crafted over 200 pieces of furniture after gathering up some items to put into our workshop, which I am going to put in the back. As per my own rules, I'm not allowed to use this floor wallpaper that come with the house, so let's change that stuff out first. I have a steel frame wall, which, believe it or not, is a wall you can craft, as well as the steel flooring. Now, as usual, I did run out of materials, so I only have so many things in my storage that I can really put down at the moment, but we will go get more things and come back. But let's see. I think maybe a barbell. Well, I don't know. Can I make a gym with just a barbell? Because I don't think I have any other workout equipment. Maybe that belongs in the workshop for now. Random tables and chairs if we need them. I made a couple different types of toolboxes. I do, of course, have the key holder, which I think is a great item for the workshop. And we could put a gyroid or something in here. The only reason I save these gears, these are store-bought. I save these because you can actually turn them gold, but I never got the recipe to do it. And this would be the room where I would want them, but whatever. So I think I'll just start by kind of placing some stuff down semi-randomly. Just kind of put stuff in the corners. I think what we want to do is maybe take both of the barrels and keep them kind of like that. We'll take maybe this green toolbox and leave it there for now. The weight, the barbell, could just kind of go in the corner. It's, again, it may or may not stay here. And I just want you to get used to this because this could very well be the entire build, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. We need to just go out and get some more supplies. I have a couple of ideas for this. I have an extra Nook Miles ticket, which we can use, and we can also take a captain tour. And the DIY on our captain island is the tree standee, which I have already. Other than that, I got a great island because these are the shrubs I've been trying to find for a while. And now I have more of them. This is fantastic. There's also mums here, but I mean, as much as I would like to have some more, I don't know if I'll have room. Maybe I'll grab a few on the way out if we have room. Mostly, I'm just here for the blood of these trees, or the wood that they drop. I don't know. It's the same thing. The regular chunks of logs, really hard to get your hands on. I'm trying my best, but these trees are just not dishing out too many of them, and that is what I'm out of. It's keeping me from building so many things I want to put in my house. So we ended up getting 16 of the logs we need, but that's not nearly enough. I'm gonna go ahead and take on that the Nook Miles ticket island next after I put my shrubs somewhere. I am really, really glad that I found the shrubs I was looking for because I wasn't sure we were going to, and I really want to put more of these around the island. We got some pretty heavy rain on this Nook Miles island. We also found some more cosmos, which is really good because I definitely want to put a few more. I was like literally missing, I think, 3 in the area I was trying to fill out with them. So Yeah, we'll grab some of those on the way out. I forgot to grab the mums on the way out of the last island, so hopefully I don't do that again. So I did bring back some flowers, and we have 37 regular bits of logs now, and I'm hoping that's enough for a bit because I don't feel like going out again. However, we should probably plant some of these coconuts. I know I just said I didn't want to do more things, but listen, if I don't plant these now, I don't know when we're going to have them grown in time for the last day. So we'll already have to do some time traveling just to make sure that happens. Let's go ahead and just try to get ahead of that problem now. The way I like to plant coconut trees is in little clusters. So I like to leave large areas of the beach open and then just have areas that have like a bunch of little trees on them. I used to spread them out kind of evenly, but I actually prefer this. And if I were decorating my beaches, then this sort of pattern is ideal because you have like plenty of space still to decorate and it looks somewhat natural still. All right, so I have this half of my island's beaches done. Let's put a bunch right here. We'll put one right about here, and we'll add a friend for this tree right here. And I think that's gonna be all of the coconut trees that I plant around the island. All right, back to crafting some items for our workshop. Pretty much the main reason I went out was to make one of these project tables. I think what we'll do from here is we'll put the waste bin right about there. I'm gonna throw the project table in the middle of the room. I moved a toolbox on top, and then I'm gonna take these cherry speakers I made. I just wanted kind of like a radio in here, and this is one of the ones I can craft. So I'm going to put that in the corner on one of the barrels. And then I also made a couple random items. So I made a wooden field sign that I thought would be kind of cool to put somewhere. And then I want to junk it up as well with some cardboard boxes. So I thought the field sign could go here, just kind of tucked in the corner. We'll have our boxes maybe where the barbell is. See, now it's kind of taking up some room there, but we'll put the boxes here, and then I have this additional seat. Honestly, this is more stuff than I thought I'd be able to put in here, so I'm gonna say I'm pretty happy with it. We'll leave this space open on the project table. I was kind of hoping I could put a tool on there, like a shovel, but packed up in its little toolbox. I thought that would look cool. Not sure how to do that or if you can, so we'll move on from that. Let's go ahead and set up some music in here. When it comes to a rugged workshop, I think KK Rock is probably what you should do. You know, for not having Happy Home Paradise at our disposal, I'd say this isn't too bad. The next place I want to start thinking about is a bedroom. I have some random furniture here in the corner, which I will grab. We'll take that with us in there. And I think this side room could make for a good bedroom. Temporarily, we'll just use this to kind of make the furniture we need for this room. And I just need to choose some floors and wallpapers. And I think what I would like to do is maybe this wood knot wall. And we are extremely limited on floor selection. We can make this wood flooring and we can pair it with this wall. Unfortunately, though, I only have 6 cherry blossom petals. Did not do the math there, so I can only make one of these. It's probably going to be this floor because we also have some weird ones, right? We have this like underwater flooring, we have the water flooring, we have the money floor, which, I mean, I do have the money to make this, but I don't know, it'd be kind of weird. I did make a bamboo wall. I think that would look good in the kitchen. I don't like the honeycomb floor at all. And then there's the jungle flooring and the steel flooring. So I just didn't get any just normal looking floors. I mean, I would have even settled for like a fruit pattern on the floor. So I think we'll go ahead and give in and grab this. It's gonna look really good. Put that down there. We'll put our wood knot wall up here. And now we get to figure out how the heck to make these colors work. It really all comes down to customizations. And I think for this, I'm gonna lean into kind of red tones, the color red in general. So we'll do cherry wood, and I could just keep the orange bed sheets, but maybe we can find a pattern that would work better. I'd say this one looks pretty interesting. So I'm gonna add a cherry rug. We're just kind of leaning on some of the rugs and stuff from the fruit collections. Furniture-wise, we'll put down the wooden simple furniture that we made. On the walls, I'm gonna put a few things down as well. And the idea is to put some things in certain spots. So I don't know what this says, but now it's on our wall. I'm gonna hang this boomerang for no reason above the door. I think I'll sleep right about here. And for the, getting changed area, I think what we can do is maybe something like this. I tend to do this a lot in my bedroom builds, but the mirror kind of faces this way, and then the clothing cabinet is like this. I usually put something in the corner, no idea what that would be this time. And then I have this rocking chair. I'll probably customize it, but it might go somewhere over here. The cherry rug will go here, just kind of for the benefit of like, the changing area. I thought the cherry lamp would make for like a good little light that kind of lives next to the bed like that. Just, a little reading light or something. It may also look better on this side. Yeah, that balances the room better. I made the rocking chair white. I think that's fine. I might honestly just put the second one here too. It's a bit weird. It feels out of place just altogether. I don't know. The room just needs something there. I crafted a white acoustic guitar just to kind of balance out this rocking chair. And I think what I might do is put the mirror here and put that like in the corner there. Yeah, why not? That helps. I think a a little bit. Also with the wallpaper, let me just try something real quick. Yeah, I think the bamboo wall in here actually looks better. Nothing stops us from then also putting this in the kitchen if we want to. But it just needed a lighter wood tone in here. And now we can move our sign down because the window's gone. I need the tacoid back on top of this where we had it before. I'm not going to customize the tacoid. It's staying exactly as we found it. And if you couldn't tell, I've been trying really hard to avoid going out again, but I want to make these shelves, so we are going to go gathering. I feel like we got a whole bunch of the regular logs this time. Maybe cedar trees just drop them more? I don't know. I don't know if there's science behind that. But we have a bunch more by the museum, so let's take advantage. That brings us up to 27. Not great, but not the worst. Just walking back in here, I kind of like this. It's weird, but I don't hate it. So I'm just going to put these kind of where the workbench was to maybe right there. I don't have much to put on tabletops right now, so we'll put this garbage plant like here. And with that, I think we call this room done. It's definitely odd, but I needed a bedroom. So you know what? It works. For the next room, since we were running lower and lower on materials and recipes, so we don't have a bunch of repeating items, we're going to need to start getting a bit creative. For the walls, let's go with brown herringbone. For the floor, it's going to be strange, but we'll go with a steel flooring. Great, I absolutely hate it. Instead, we'll go with the jungle floor. I don't know, we can't really win at this point. We're going to create an array of items. I really wanted to make this log extra long sofa, which I got so many of. It requires 2 log chairs, but I never got log chairs. I guess we'll have to just settle for log. So what's the deal with this room anyway? Well, normally I'd put a bathroom in my house, but I don't have a toilet, and I can't make a toilet, so that's why the floor is dirt. Or if it can't be a bathroom, it might as well be a cool hangout spot. I've decided to go ahead and dye a bunch of things green, which I think is working pretty well, actually. I even went ahead and made a mossy garden rock just to kind of put in one of the corners. I don't know if it'll stay there, but I do like it. I have the log decorative shelves now, which I got recently. I do really like this item. I think it can actually go maybe in the back, and we move this seating area maybe up here. I also made the log, and we'll go ahead and put that in front of the fireplace, just kind of as a way to, you know, indicate, hey, come have a seat and hang out in front of a fire. But I don't know, the seating in here is odd. Maybe a better call would be to kind of center everything around the fireplace like this, move it back a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have enough leaves to make another one of these tables, but I do have a stone stool, and because this room already looks so off, I guess we could use that. It is possible to squeeze in and out of here, so I guess this is about as close as I can make everything. This is the weirdest room I've ever made. Without customizing it though, I do have the perfect squeakoid to place right there on the fire. I like that. I had to go out for some more customization kits, and I've been thinking I am going to want to make a kitchen next. It might be time to finally unlock the cooking skill. They're finally giving me the country fence recipe. I've been on the hunt for this one forever, so that is amazing. We'll make use of it tomorrow though. Let's unlock cooking. We'll go ahead and download the updated app, and now we can buy some recipes. The Nooklings have the basic cookbook here, so we'll go ahead and buy that. And the reason this is so ideal is because I really don't have a lot of items that I can put on top of tables, at least ones that I haven't used a million times already. So let's see what we have. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is going to depend on me actually like not selling every single crop that ever grows, but we have all of these different foods. We have a few different desserts, including cherry smoothie, and I can make some of those. And then of course we unlock the stonework kitchen, which is the only kitchen we will be making. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I just wanted to try and, finish up this room. We'll throw down a record player, and that's gonna go here in the corner. And I did manage to make some hanging terrariums, which are my favorite wall hangies that I can actually craft. And then I made a bamboo candle holder because it kind of goes with the different wood tones, and, it's just kind of nice. I made a non-hanging terrarium to put right here, or actually, I think I might put it right here because I also made this ukulele for no reason, and I'm just going to put that right there. And then for this corner, I have a green leaf pile. Or perhaps it can go in this corner over here. I'll leave this one empty because I'm going to take this bench with me. Yep, this is a strange room. I don't know what people are going to think whenever they come by and see it. Maybe they'll think, wow, this person really was at the end of this challenge when they made this room. All right, just a few spaces to go, and these ones are gonna be pretty straightforward. This is going to be our kitchen. Now, normally I would have like counters and little bar stools and pillars, all the happy home stuff to make the kitchen feel really full. But instead, I'm just gonna make 2 stonework kitchens, which is gonna cost me a lot of my stone. Oh, you know what? I need my stone for other things, so we will make 1 stonework kitchen. Yep, that's fine. I'm gonna go with the mossy kind as well. My floor struggles continue. I am gonna try the steel flooring in here again. And I will put the bamboo wall up as well. The stonework kitchen will go on this wall here, and in an effort to solve my problems with flooring, I'm gonna make a bunch of these green bamboo mats. Of course, the centerpiece of this build is going to be the nice big table we put in the middle of the room. The way I hope this is gonna work is we're going to put down a bunch of these. To me, they look very odd facing that way, so I am going to keep them in this orientation. And this was kind of the plan. They're going to go underneath the big table, but I think I need maybe 6 more to make this wider. I want this not to feel like too much like steel floor everywhere. I wish I didn't have to get so crafty to make this happen, but oh my gosh, this is what we've come down to in terms of items we have left and recipes we unlock. Of all the unlocks that have come in clutch for us, I just never imagined this would be one of them. But okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna flip this around, put it here. We'll put these here, put that one right there. And yeah, I mean, you can still definitely tell there's a steel floor on the bottom, but at least now the majority of it is made up of bamboo. And I have enough bamboo to maybe fill up the entire thing if I really want to, but let's just see kind of as this comes together how it looks before we go that far. So the nice thing about these tables is that you can use hardwood and softwood to create them. But for whatever reason, the chairs require the regular wood as well. So I'm going to cheat and use natural garden chairs instead of any chairs that require me to use regular wood. I've made 8 of these. I know they're not a perfect match for these tables, but I do think they work just fine. I've made a few different things for the walls. I think surrounding the kitchen in potted ivies looks pretty nice. I also made more hanging terrariums to hang on the back wall. I'm gonna put one on each of these bamboo posts here, and I think that looks pretty cool. And for the dinner guests waiting to leave the strangest kitchen in the world, I'm going to go ahead and put an ironwood clock above the door. And despite our limitations, it so far looks okay in here, but you know what? I am going to go ahead and commit to a full bamboo floor, which means I do need to go out and gather a bit more bamboo. This is, of course, the one resource I'm pretty confident we're not going to run out of. All right, time to make the rest of our mats. So without placing any new ones down, this is where we're at so far with the bambooing of the room. I have 8 more mats to put down. The chaos of this floor situation, I'm just never going to get over it. It looks like we're going to need 10 more to fill in the rest of the space. Of course, I had to choose the biggest room possible for the kitchen. Instead of making 10 more, though, I made 8. I did so, though, for a very specific reason. I just want to see something real quick. How do we feel about there being just a little bit of room in front of the stonework kitchen that is steel floor? It kind of reverses everything, right? We have the green bamboo floor here, and then, of course, there is a steel rug in front of the kitchen. I'm going to keep it that way because I think it adds a little something to this. Next, we need to place down some stuff on the table, so I've made some coconut juice and a couple of Turkey Day things as well. I think it feels a lot more like a party in here now. It's the floor. I can't get over how bad it looks. It's better than the steel, but everything revolves around this floor right now. I gotta find other stuff to put on it. I do have a palm tree lamp, which, believe it or not, requires the same kind of wood that I'm currently out of, so I can't make more, but we can just shove one of those in the corner. And just to balance things out, even though it's very, very silly, I've made a deer scare just for that corner. I'm not gonna lie, I had high hopes for this kitchen, and I think we did okay for, you know, what we have on hand, but yeah. Not my favorite room, if I'm being honest. So all that's left now is the basement and then the main entry room. And I gotta be honest with you, at this point, most of this is gonna be phoned in. I'm sorry. Real quick, let's gather up some shells. And evidently I don't have enough coral, so now I have to go get a Nook Miles ticket just to grab some stupid coral. But that's okay. I am determined to get this very simple build done. I'm not finding any coral so far on this island. I found a DIY, but 3 shells and 1 DIY is not what I need right now. And it's a pear umbrella, which I couldn't make even if I wanted to, and I already know that one. Oh boy, this is not going well. But that's okay, I printed another Nook Miles ticket just in case. It cost me 2,000 Nook Miles to do one of these. And I'm glad I'm getting an extra DIY here and there, but I am getting nervous that I'm not going to find any coral on this island either. I did find the shell speaker though, which is kind of cool because I'm trying to do shell furniture in this basement. Okay, so this island also didn't have coral. All right, plan B. Welcome to 2 hours in the future. Shells don't take all that long to respawn, so I just jumped ahead a little bit. I didn't feel like doing all the dailies again. I could have just skipped till tomorrow, but here's one piece. Oh my gosh, guys, I cannot believe how rare it is to find coral. If I had known, I would have been collecting it this entire time. I don't even need that much. Will that balloon have coral? Nope, just clay. Okay, well, I've explored the entire beach again and got 1 piece of coral. Well, enjoy the fireworks while you can, because it's not often nighttime here on Gee Whiz. But yeah, we are looking for coral 2 hours later again. Hey, a piece of coral. I forgot how awesome the fireworks were. Look at this. That's so cool. Anyway, I have enough coral now for what I'm trying to make, but my dream scenario would be to get 3 more pieces. I'm not counting on it, but here's one. If I can't find 2 more, nothing says I can't work on this a little bit more tomorrow, but tomorrow's plan is all about the outside of the island, or the outside of my house, rather, and I have to make sure a bunch of stuff gets done so we can put the finishing touches on it. I can't really be hanging out working on this project anymore, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I have a backup plan. So all I was trying to make was this underwater wall, which looks amazing. And there's also a floor that goes with it, but failing that, I can just use this floor for now. But I would like to trade it out for the underwater floor that matches this wall. We can hopefully do that tomorrow. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this room is done, which you're kind of thinking like, what? But again, I'm just phoning it in here. I wanted it to look kind of neat when you came down here. However, I do have a few items, and anything we add at this point in this room is just kind of a bonus. So here we go. It turns out the shell speaker takes conch shells. I need 1 more of those. We'll skip it for now. Let's make a fountain. With my 1 pearl, I will make a mermaid table. I normally don't do the mermaid furniture, as you know, but hey, why not? I think turning out the lights in here is kind of cool because of the way the wall looks, but I don't know. Turning them on looks cool too. Let's do this, and then I think we'll put a song on the music box here. This one sounds pretty good in the music box. I like that. Let's pick up our bench, and I think for now this is good. I may come back in here tomorrow and add a couple more things, but yeah, when it comes to this room, I never had any plans, and then I saw many summer shell recipes and things we had, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna put a couple things down here. I just love this wall. I think the wall itself is a focal point, but I admit this is me kind of phoning it in at this point. But don't worry, the phoning it in doesn't stop there because we have 1 more room left. You see, one of my favorite things to do when I run out of items and or ideas in Animal Crossing interior builds is I like to stick a big fountain in the middle of the room and call it an entrance fountain. And as for the floor and the wall, I thought something like this would look super cool. If we keep it dark like this, the glowing moss looks really, really awesome. And then I also made a suspicious cauldron that I could kind of put like right there. Just for fun, I made a campfire and a bird bath. And I think for these, let me go ahead and light the campfire. I thought we can keep them kind of close to one another. I'm tempted to keep this workbench out here somewhere where it's easily accessible, but And despite how basic it is and how few items I've placed down, you gotta admit, this doesn't look half bad. With the interior done, that just leaves one thing left to do. We need to customize the house. I'm gonna go ahead and pick my favorite actual layout for the outside. I'm just gonna play around with the roofs and the siding. I think all said and done, this looks pretty good. The house came out spectacular. I'm very, very happy with it. And you know what? I'm even more excited to see how the rest of the island looks, because tomorrow, that's what we're gonna do. That video is right over here when it's ready. The finale, it's upon us.